The Yankees and the Red Sox are, no doubt about it, the biggest rivalry in sports. These two teams have hated each other for as long as they've been around. We've only seen 7 trades between the two teams in the last 50 years. Last night, we saw the 7th trade come out of nowhere. The Red Sox traded star outfielder Alex Verdugo to the New York Yankees, and it's important to remember a few different things. First of all, Verdugo was the centerpiece of the Mookie Betts trade. He was a young outfielder who had all the potential in the world with a really good arm and a good contact bat. He ended up becoming a fan favorite in Boston. Several different moments with that guy, man. As a Red Sox fan, very, very sad to see him go. Another thing to remember with Doogie is that he was a Gold Glove caliber player last season in the outfield. The Red Sox gave the Yankees a Gold Glove outfielder. I mean, we would have never seen anything like this 50 years ago. Why did this trade happen, and does it make sense for either side? Well, first of all, Verdugo had several incidents throughout 2023. In fact, he got benched a few times by manager Alex Cora. He had his differences with Cora, and that much was known. There were times he was not putting in enough effort. Alex didn't like that, man. Alex Cora wants to have his players play at the highest level. When Alex Verdugo was just kind of trotting the bases, he was not taking too kindly of that. He got benched. His behavior got in the way of things. But why New York? Why trade him to the New York Yankees? Well, first of all, they needed defense and they needed a lefty bat. Boston gave them both of those things with this trade. We're seeing reports left and right about Juan Soto and the Yankees being close to happening, and their outfield would be one of the best in baseball by an absolute long shot. You would have Alex Verdugo, who has a great glove and potential with the bat in a contract year, by the way. In center field, you would have Aaron Judge, and by the way, yes, Judge will be a center fielder if a Soto trade happens. That much is pretty much confirmed by now. Right field, you would have Juan Soto. I mean, the Yankees roster would be drastically improved because of these moves, and they will have a revamped offense just like that, with the help of the biggest division rival in all of sports. For Red Sox fans, the return for Verdugo is not necessarily what they were expecting, but it would have for sure been nice to get a second baseman like Gleyber Torres. Instead, the Red Sox got 3 young pitching prospects. This is GM Craig Breslow's very first move, and it's an aggressive move to make a trade with the rival and his very first move. But what does this mean for the Red Sox? Well, it means that they wanted to get rid of Verdugo. I mean, it's that simple. Things hadn't gone as the Sox thought it would. They thought he would improve and develop and become a 300 batting average hitter with decent pop every year. Ultimately for Boston, the glove might have been there. He might have had a few good years, but he never had that big breakout year that they thought that he would. The Red Sox saw him in a contract year as an opportunity to go out and add pitching. They already have outfielders. I mean, Verdugo was just taking a spot away from young players. Wilyer Abreu came up, and he was really good last year. Ceddanne Raffaello, one of their top prospects. I mean, there was just nowhere for Verdugo to play if he was going to be taking away a spot from young players. And, of course, although they have depth, they're still looking to go ahead and add another outfielder. That's because they have no righty bats, and, you know, it's really their biggest issue. They don't have righty power specifically. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is currently rumored to be going to the Red Sox. He was with the Diamondbacks for 2023. He would be a big upgrade over Alex Verdugo, and the biggest thing is because he had 24 home runs last year. Righty power is non-existent. Since JD Martinez left, it's been rough, and this signing could fix this drastically. So far, these two rivals still have a lot of work to do in this offseason. Some are saying that this trade is an example of how the rivalry is dead, but I would again disagree for 1,000 different reasons. First of all, the rivalry is about to be strong once again. What we have to remember is that reports have been that the Red Sox want Yamamoto badly, and the Yankees will do anything to get Yamamoto. This tells me that we're about to see a dogfight. We're about to see a tug-of-war over Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He's about to be paid the most out of any pitcher in free agency, and these two rivals trying to get him, yeah, it's going to be pretty messy. Two teams who are trying to get younger with the pitching staff and are trying to spend money. Both of these teams, of course, sucked last year. I mean, the Red Sox were in 5th place and the Yankees were in 4th. These front offices are both trying to get their teams equipped to be competitive as soon as possible. This trade is two teams who are trying to get better. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and that is exactly what this is showing. Brian Cashman has been called by Yankees fans to get fired for quite a while now. This is most likely going to be his last offseason to prove himself, and aggressiveness is exactly what you're seeing and you will continue seeing out of Brian Cashman. For the Red Sox, their return was not great, but again, this is just them wanting to get rid of Alex Verdugo. They got a pitcher who's in Double-A. He looks pretty good. His name is Richard Fitz. Fitz has a chance to be good in the future. Overall, it is what it is. It's not some sort of a big trade for the Red Sox, but this does show that they're confident in their future. They are confident that bringing in a new pitching director and pitching coach is going to be able to develop and change the way that the Red Sox do pitching. They think that having guys who can actually develop is going to be big. The only Red Sox pitcher that we've seen them actually develop is Brayan Bello. Bello still has a long way to go. Them emphasizing the pitching product is big, and again, I don't expect much from these guys, but still, it's good. And yeah, they might have one of the best farm systems in baseball, but they also have some of the worst pitching prospects in the whole league. Upgrading the farm was the right move, but seeing Alex Verdugo in a Yankees uniform with no beard, it's gonna get ugly, it's gonna get messy. Doogie has a history of not liking the Yankees either, and the fans have a history of not liking him at all. And I'm just not sure how he's gonna like this move, but this trade was shocking, that much is certain. Now, to be honest with you, I only think Doogie is a one-year rental for the Yankees. I simply do not see them extending him at all because you have to understand, they made this trade right now because they need him for 2024. Because of injuries, they have guys like Jason Dominguez out. In 2025, they'll have Dominguez, Judge, and Soto all healthy. This leaves Verdugo as the odd man out. Why pay him the expensive money that he will be asking for, while you're most likely going to have your outfield filled out anyway? You cannot put Judge or Verdugo at DH because they're just way too good in the outfield. And, of course, you can't put them at DH in general because of Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton is under contract for a very long time. He cannot play the outfield to save his life. He's an awful outfielder. I mean, he can't run the bases either. They're stuck with Giancarlo for a long time. Unless they could possibly maybe trade him and have a team take on some of that contract, they're stuck with Stanton at DH. Bench would probably be the best option, but, they won't do it. With that being said, Verdugo's definitely going to be a one-year rental because of this. But I'm really curious on what the Red Sox are going to be doing from now on a trading standpoint. Who do the Red Sox trade? For a big-name pitcher, who are they actually going to be able to trade? Will it be the young outfielder Jarren Duran, or do they go the route of trading a big-name prospect like Roman Anthony? Or will they trade top prospect Marcelo Mayer? What will they do? I mean, Boston has options right now. They don't want a one-year rental. They want a pitcher who's going to be able to play on this team for a long time. Go out and trade for Dylan Cease, or one of the Mariners' 1,000 frickin' pitchers that they got. I've also seen people asking if Verdugo would be sent away from the Yankees in a trade for Juan Soto. I don't see it happening. I do not see Verdugo being traded for Soto, because what you got to imagine is the Red Sox would not have done it if that was the case. But if it does happen, Lord Almighty, would that have been a failure from Boston's front office? What do you think? Is the rivalry dead, or is it alive? Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and peace out.